Good morning, boys, and welcome again for your geography class. We are doing contour study and a number of topics I have already done. Today we are doing settlement patterns. Settlement patterns. Clear? Now in contour language, what is a settlement? Please remember, it can be a small town. It can be a village, small, even whatever the size of it, we still call it a settlement. Clear? It is not specified what it is. According to the development of the area, it will come under the category of a town or a city or a village area. Please keep that in mind. Now, according to the pattern meaning design of the houses. Now, I have drawn a figure by the side and you will see these red boxes. Clear? These red blocks, will always be drawn in red. They are symbolizing buildings of different types. Clear? Some buildings are this size. Usually, a big sized structure indicates an official building, an office building. Clear? Or a building for some office work. It is not a residence, not a place for people to live in. But these will be smaller houses. Now we don't call them houses in contour language. We call them permanent huts or temporary huts. The word huts is used. Clear? So please remember the symbol. Red blocks of different shapes and sizes, and typical names will be there written on the map sheet. For practice work, I have named the settlements as A, B, C and D settlement. Clear? Now, you will be asked to identify what type of settlement it is. Clear? So, settlement A, we use the word nucleated settlement. Nucleated, it comes from the word nucleus, which you study when you are studying atoms. Clear? And nucleated, please write the meaning in brackets. It means closely grouped together. Closely grouped together. Or one word you can write, or clustered. The meaning is the same. Now, learning the meaning is very important. Why? Some questions are typical questions and the council wants a typical answer to it. Clear? You will be asked, identify what type of settlement A is. Your answer will be, it is a nucleated settlement. Clear? Second part of the question will be, why is it so? Or give a reason. Now the reason simply means you are writing the meaning of the word nucleated. It is a nucleated settlement. Why? The constructions or the buildings are close to each other. There is very little gap between them. Clear? So that is a nucleated settlement. Now you come to settlement B. For settlement B, the term dispersed is used. It is a dispersed settlement. These are technical terms, they want it in the answer. If you are explaining it, you may not get marks unless and until the explanation is asked. Okay? Dispersed, write the meaning. It means scattered or far apart. Far apart. From the figure you can see there is a big gaps between each red block. So that is a scattered or a dispersed settlement. Clear? These are the main two types of settlements which you will be getting in the two maps which you study. Clear? One more type of settlement, I have not shown it on the figure, I will show it just now, is a linear settlement. Linear means in a line. In a line along a road, cart track or river. In a line along a road, a cart track or a river. Now I show it to you. C and D I am not doing because C is similar to A, that is also nucleated. D is also similar to A, that is also nucleated. Linear settlement you will get like along these red lines. These red lines are a type of road, but a very kacha road. Clear? It's not at all constructed. Simply people have been using it and it's become a pathway. We call it a cart track. I have written that over here. A cart track. Clear? Again I repeat, red lines symbolize cart tracks. Now along a cart track, suppose there are red blocks like this on either side with gaps also. Clear? This will be called a linear settlement. Clear? Two more types of names are there in the textbook, but you hardly come across them. One is radial and one is rectangular. Radial, I am just explaining, will be around a water body. Clear? A lake or a pond. Example of Bangalore I will give you. Bangalore is a city which is constructed around a lake. Clear? Which is the source of water for the entire city. So that settlement means all the houses are around that lake. The entire city is centralized on that lake. So that is an example of radial. You do not come across it in the maps. That is why I am not making you write down. Another is rectangular settlement, that is along a crossroad. Crossroad, you know what it is? Roads forming what you call in Hindi a chowk or a chauraha. Clear? The settlements this side on all sides. This is a crossroad pattern. Again, this you do not get in your syllabus. So this also I am leaving out. Three important names to be remembered: nucleated, dispersed, linear. At least one question on settlements will come. Clear? And either only one settlement will be asked or for the entire region it will be asked. Now if you are asked for the entire region, on the basis of this example, suppose you are asked the question, what type of settlements are found on this mapped region? Clear? How you will write your answer, note down. Individually, each settlement is nucleated. You can note it down. Each settlement is nucleated and they are found in a dispersed form. They are found in a dispersed form through the entire mapped region. I repeat, individually each settlement is nucleated. Now we are going by the majority. 4 settlements I have shown on the map. Out of 4, 3 are nucleated, 1 is dispersed. So we are focusing on which is more in number. Clear? So majority settlements are nucleated and they are found in a dispersed pattern throughout the mapped region. So this is for your settlement pattern. Small topics are there under contour maps, and on each topic practically they give one question. Okay, so that is the end of settlement pattern. Now we come to drainage patterns. Drainage, this is the flow of a river system is called drainage. Clear? Now in case of a river, briefly let me tell you, this part of the portion you may not have studied earlier, that is why it is confusing. Now a river usually is originating in a highland region. If the blue color is visible, you will understand better. I have shown a portion of the land surface here. A river is originating, say, along the somewhere in the higher parts of the mountain. Clear? It is flowing down according to the shape of the land. Now, till the base of the mountain, the river flows at a very high speed. It is a young river. Newly formed river is a young river. The slope is steep, so it is flowing very fast. Clear? This we call the youthful stage of the river. Clear? Now in the higher parts of the mountain, this is only a single dimensional figure, so I can't show you on the board, but many other streams from different sides join the main river. Those are called tributaries. You have to get used to these terms in the map. Tributaries are what? Smaller rivers which join the bigger rivers. And when do they join? Usually in the first stage. The river has first, second and third stages. Clear? Like this. Like this. Clear? This is the youthful stage. This is middle age stage. And this is the last stage which we call old age. Old age stage. For drainage pattern you have to understand this. Clear? These will not be asked in the question, but certain questions you will not be able to answer if you don't understand the background to it. In the youthful stage, tributaries join. They may join in the middle age stage also. How do we know the middle age stage? The moment the slope of the land changes. Till here the slope was steep. Now from the foot of the mountain the slope has become irregular, but more or less it is flat land. Clear? So on the flat land the speed of water becomes less. Okay? And the size of the river increases. Here the size was less, meaning volume of water was less. Many streams join, many tributaries join, and it becomes a big wide river. The river bed becomes like this. In the first stage the river bed was V-shaped. This has become U-shaped. Volume of water has increased and the sides have been pushed back. Clear? Now this is the most important for you. Why? The two maps which are there in your syllabus, 45D7 and 45D10, in both these maps, whichever rivers, big rivers which are shown are in the middle age stage. Please note it down. Please note it down. If you